Illinois Realtors brings you this special program to help you navigate and answer questions regarding several financial programs made available or soon to be available due to the pandemic. The program is broken into two categories: unemployment programs and loan programs. For more detailed information regarding these programs, we encourage you to visit Illinois Realtors' COVID-19 webpage. Our team updates this site daily and will continue to share information in our weekly newsletter, on social media, and via emails. What is Pandemic Unemployment Assistance?
Pandemic Unemployment Assistance, or PUA, is a new, temporary program created under the CARES Act that generally provides up to 39 weeks of unemployment benefits to persons whose employment has been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. PUA provides benefits to individuals affected by the pandemic who would not otherwise be eligible for unemployment benefits, like those who are self-employed, independent contractors, and others who are generally not usually eligible for benefits.
How do I know if I am eligible?
The state will determine your eligibility based on their application of federal guidelines. The most recent federal guidelines, issued to states on April 5th, say that a person who is not eligible for regular unemployment benefits may receive PUA benefits if they are unemployed, unable, or unavailable to work due to one of several reasons, including the individual or a member of the individual's household has been diagnosed with COVID-19 or is experiencing symptoms of COVID-19 and is seeking a medical diagnosis, or the individual is providing care for a family member or a member of the individual's household who has been diagnosed with COVID-19. Other reasons include the individual is primarily responsible for a child or some other person whose school or facility has been closed due to COVID-19. The individual is unable to reach their place of employment because of a quarantine imposed as a direct result of the COVID-19 public health emergency, or the individual is unable to reach their place of employment because the individual has been advised by a public health care provider to self-quarantine due to concerns related to COVID-19. And a few other reasons include the individual has to quit his or her job as a direct result of COVID-19, or the individual's place of employment is closed as a direct result of the COVID-19 public health emergency.
I believe I am eligible, but how can I be sure?
The guidelines provided by the U.S. Department of Labor are broad but also not clear. States can interpret them narrowly or expansively. We do not know yet how Illinois will interpret them. This means that there are some people who won't know if they are eligible until they apply. At the time of this video, there are legitimate questions still about the eligibility of workers who fall within a quote-unquote essential worker category, or what happens to eligibility when the school year is over. Both of Illinois senators have urged the Department of Labor to revise their rules to be more inclusive and clear, as it was Congress's intent that the gig workers and independent contractors whose businesses have come to a halt find some relief in this program. As soon as Illinois provides an interpretation of the federal guidelines, we will immediately upload it to our site dedicated to COVID-19, which is illinoisrealtors.org/COVID-19.
How and when can I apply?
Governor Pritzker has said that this program will be up and running no later than May 11th, but that eligible persons can apply now. The Illinois Department of Employment Security is responsible for administering the program, and their guidance began to advise all people on April 15th to begin applying now. What we don't know is when the application will be considered, as the state has hired a third-party accounting firm to assist them in processing the applications. Again, as soon as the state provides better information, we will make it available to you immediately at illinoisrealtors.org/COVID-19.
If I have been unable to work due to the pandemic since February or March, but might not be able to apply or receive benefits until May, will benefit payments be retroactive?
Yes, we believe benefits will be paid for any time between January 27th, 2020 and December 31st, 2020, where the eligible individual is or was unable to work as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, retroactive for the time you were unable to work prior to your application date. However, the final determination and guidance on this will be made by IDES.
What is Pandemic Emergency Unemployment Compensation, or PEUC?
PEUC is a benefit program that is one portion of the CARES Act that provides expanded unemployment benefits to American workers. PEUC provides up to 13 weeks worth of 100% federally funded benefits to individuals who have exhausted their rights to regular state unemployment benefits, which are up to 26 weeks in Illinois.
How do I know if I am eligible for PEUC?
The program covers most individuals who have exhausted all rights to regular unemployment compensation under state or federal law, are not receiving unemployment compensation elsewhere, and who are able to work, available for work, and actively seeking work as defined by state law.
How and when can I apply for PEUC?
This portion of the benefits expansion package has not yet been implemented in Illinois. Once implemented, benefits should be available for the week beginning March 29, 2020, and continuing through the week ending December 26, 2020. Further details about the program, how to apply, and eligibility requirements will be made as soon as they have been finalized at ides.illinois.gov through the week, or hopefully during the week, of April 20th, 2020.
How is PEUC funded? Will it cost employers more?
The cost of PEUC benefits is 100% federally funded. States may not charge the employers for any PEUC benefits that are paid. Implementation costs and ongoing administrative costs are also 100% federally funded.
I have no idea how long my unemployment situation may last. Will there be any other relief available after the additional 13 weeks have passed?
Maybe. If you have exhausted the 13 weeks of additional benefits available under the PEUC program, you may be eligible to continue receiving benefits under the Pandemic Unemployment Assistance, or PUA, program. PUA benefits are available for a period of unemployment of up to 39 weeks, meaning that if you have exhausted regular unemployment compensation and PEUC benefits in fewer than 39 weeks, you may be eligible to receive assistance under PUA for the remaining weeks within PUA's 39-week period.
What is the Paycheck Protection Program?
The PPP program is a loan program administered by the Small Business Administration at the federal level for small businesses that are comprised of fewer than 500 employees. This would cover situations including sole proprietors, self-employed people, and independent contractors. These loans are forgivable if the loan proceeds are used for 75% or more on payroll costs, and then the rest of the proceeds being used for qualifying expenses such as mortgage and interest, utilities, and rent. This also requires that the level of staffing be consistent during the time period covered by the loan, as well as the compensation amounts must remain the same. According to official reports, the SBA processed 14 years' worth of applications in the last 14 days. As a result, the funds for this program are currently exhausted. Officials from Congress and the Treasury are seeking additional funding at this time. You probably need to go consult with your local lender to see if you can still apply while the request for additional funding is pending. Illinois Realtors will keep you updated on the progress of any request at the federal level to reappropriate funds for the PPP program.
If more funding is provided, how much can I borrow and can I pay myself?
The amount is based on a calculation of your payroll cost. For a sole proprietor or independent contractor, you're going to look at Schedule C on your 2019 income tax return, specifically the net profit or the net loss. Now that net profit amount is capped at $100,000, but anything $100,000 or less for that net profit figure, you would take that, you would divide that by 12, and then you would multiply by 2.5 to calculate the amount of loan funds that you would seek in your application. Those funds should cover the 8-week time period following the application and the receipt of proceeds. Keep in mind there might be more offsets if there are employee benefits to consider, or if the borrower has previously applied for other types of loans through the SBA program. The loan proceeds can be used by sole proprietors or independent contractors to cover owner compensation for the 8-week time period involved in this program.
Can real estate brokerages whose brokers are independent contractors apply too?
Yes, they can, but independent contractors who are brokers for that company cannot be counted towards the brokerage's payroll.
Is there interest on the loan or payments required?
The interest rate accrues at 1%, but payments are deferred for a period of 6 months. However, remember, this loan can be forgiven if you use the proceeds for 75% of payroll costs and then for other qualified expenses such as mortgage interest, rent, and utilities.
What is the Economic Injury Disaster Loan Program, or the EIDL?
The EIDL program is a federal program administered by the Small Business Administration that provides low-interest loans to qualifying small businesses that experience an economic hardship as a result of a declared disaster. The COVID-19 crisis has been declared an eligible disaster under that program. Under the CARES Act, EIDL emergency grants of up to $10,000 are also available as an advance to those businesses that have applied for an EIDL loan.
Who can apply? Do newer brokerages qualify?
Any businesses, including brokerages, that were in operation on January 31st, 2020, can apply for assistance under the program. In response to COVID-19, certain requirements of the EIDL program have been waived, including the requirement that an applicant must have been in business for the 1-year period before the disaster. However, no waiver will be made for a business that was not in operation on January 31st, 2020. Applicants must complete the online loan application located on the Small Business Administration's website at www.sba.gov.
I have heard that I can get a free $10,000 for my business through the EIDL program. Is that true?
The CARES Act provides for an emergency advance of up to $10,000 to small businesses harmed by COVID-19. The catch, however, is that you have to have first applied for an EIDL loan in order to have the opportunity for the advance. Additionally, there is no guarantee that you will receive $10,000. This figure represents the cap on the advance rather than the actual amount to be paid out. On a positive note, the CARES Act does not require you to repay any amount of an emergency advance you receive, even if your EIDL loan application is subsequently denied.
I thought I could get up to $2 million in loans under EIDL. Why am I being told I am getting so much less?
Due to the demand on the EIDL program and the current appropriations available to it, the Small Business Administration has been advising applicants that the potential loan amounts will be reduced from the $2 million limit to a cap of up to $15,000. The sheer volume of applications is outpacing the program's current available funds, and thus a reduction in loan amounts is being perceived as an effort to provide an aid to the greatest number of applicants.
At Illinois Realtors, we understand how difficult it can be to understand these new programs during uncertain times. We will continue to update our webpage, and you can watch for updates in our weekly newsletter and emails. Again, please visit our webpage at www.illinoisrealtors.org/COVID-19. We are in this together. Be safe and healthy.